Welcome back, students. This video is the last module of the Food, Nutrition, and Wellness course. So we're going to be looking at the Food and Nutrition Careers module within Canvas, and this is a Georgia virtual course. So in this video, I want to walk you through the assignments within this module to make sure that you guys understand exactly what is expected of you. So remember, as always, to access the module content, which is your online textbook, you're going to need to log into Canvas, select the Modules tab, and then scroll down to locate the name of the module, Food and Nutrition Careers. Once you are there, you're going to select complete pages 1 through 3, and it's going to take you to all 8 pages of the module. So there are 8 pages total, but of course if you click that first link, it's going to take you to pages 1 through 3. So you want to start reading through the content, and let's take a look at the assignments that are required of you. So you have your essential questions and your key terms first. So just like with any of the previous modules, you need to read your essential questions. These are questions that you need to be able to answer by the end of the module. They are, what are some food and nutrition careers and their educational requirements? That's what I want you to think about as you're going through the content. What does the job market for food and nutrition careers look like? Okay, is there a huge job market for these particular careers or not? What are the future benefits of studying food and nutrition now? Okay, so answer those questions by the end of the module, and then also review over these key terms. You need to know what a career is, a job, what's the difference between the two? What's a long-term goal, a short-term goal? What is salary, work experience? So all of these terms that you would typically find in your Occupational Outlook Handbook, which is a website that you guys are going to be using in this module, you need to be familiar with those terms. Let's take a look at the first assignment here, which is your job versus career discussion. Here is the question that you need to answer. What is the difference between a career, a job, and an occupation? You're going to have to do some research and then share your thoughts within the discussion forum. So as always, to locate this, you're going to select modules and then scroll down, locate the name of the module, and then you're going to see job versus career discussion. So when you click on this, it's going to take you to the discussion forum, and that is where you will respond so that your other classmates will be able to see your response. Remember to write in complete sentences. Check for grammar and spelling errors. Make sure you're writing at least 3 to 4 complete sentences, and make sure you are adding a resource when you respond to other students. Check out the SMORE newsletter for more details on the requirements for discussions to make sure that you are getting full credit for your discussions every single time. Okay, so the next assignment is your career plan assignment. For this assignment, it tells you to research possible career paths that you are interested in pursuing in the field of food, nutrition, and wellness. So make sure these career paths are related to food nutrition. Okay, you're going to create a career plan. So the first thing you're going to do is to take the interest assessment located in the sidebar. So this is a screenshot of the sidebar, and here is the link to the interest assessment. So you want to see if you agree with the results after you take this assessment. Do you agree with the career options that it is telling you fits you based on the answers that you put on your survey? After you take the interest survey, and again, make sure you save those results because you're going to have to turn those in. You're then going to create educational and professional goals. Now, when you create your goals, make sure that your goals are SMART goals. And if you are not familiar with SMART goals, make sure you do your research. Click the link in the sidebar to see how a SMART goal should be written. Okay, so you got to have 2 SMART goals, one short term and one long term. All right, let's move on. Finally, you're going to research your career interests. So whatever career choice that you want to research that's related to food, nutrition, and wellness, you're going to do your research to learn about things like the salary, the education, licenses, job duties, work schedule, and so forth. Learn about those things, and this is going to better prepare you for the next steps, right? All right, so it tells you to access the handout in the sidebar, and this is the handout that you're looking at here. So make sure you read the directions carefully. It says that you may complete this assignment by creating either a presentation, such as a Google Slides presentation, for example, or you can do a video, or you can do this as a report. Most students do a presentation, which is probably what I would recommend. Make sure that you include every single thing that you see here in your presentation. That means include the screenshot of your interest assessment. Let me know if you agree with the results. Include your 2 SMART goals, one short-term and long-term, and make sure they are written as SMART goals. Include your career report. Okay, so you want to do a little report with this information on it. Make sure on the report, now remember this report can be written, like on a Google Doc or a processing document, or it can be in a presentation or video. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just a typed report. But anyway, your career report should include the following things: your career title, the salary for that job, the education, the licenses that you may need, 4 or more job duties, work experience, work environment, important qualities that you need for the job. What is the job outlook? Now, how are you going to find the answers to these? You're going to be using the Occupational Outlook Handbook. So click on that website and locate your career, and you'll be able to locate these things easily. And again, remember, you can put this in a presentation, you can put it in a report or a video format. Down here at the bottom, you're going to also answer these 2 questions. Okay. The first one is, what are 2 things that you would enjoy about this career? And then the second question is, what are 2 things that you think would be difficult about this career? Okay, so if you're doing this in a presentation format, you want to include each one of these items as a different slide. So your assessment will be on the slide, your SMART goals will be on the slide, and then you'll have your career report, which will be your title page, your title slide, I should say, a slide on salary, a slide on education, and so forth. So each one of these will be a different slide. If you decide to do a report, of course, make sure you include these headings in your report and then put the information under each heading. And then, of course, if you decide to do a video, just make sure you add some type of text that lets me know when you get to each part in the video. Okay, and you can do a video using Screencastify if you want to, create something and then record your screen. There's a couple different ways you can do a video. Some people like to use like Powtoon or any kind of animated website to create a video. So it's up to you. All right, so that's it. So make sure whenever you go to your modules tab, you locate the career, the name of the module, and then locate the career plan assignment. This is where you're going to turn in your work. Okay, so hopefully I went through that assignment and you understand what to do. I know that's a lot of information there. The next assignment is your careers in food and nutrition assignment. Here are your instructions at the bottom, but I'm going to go ahead and jump to the document. Now, this document is located in the sidebar, and let's take a look at the instructions here. You're going to research 10 of the food and nutrition careers listed below. So any 10 of these careers you're going to research, or you can choose to research any other careers that's related to food and nutrition, and you're going to use the Occupational Outlook Handbook to do that. Now, that link you've used before, it's also in the sidebar, but you should be familiar at this point with the Occupational Outlook Handbook. All right, so you must have at least one career from each of the 5 categories below. So that means of your 10 careers that you research, at least one needs to come from each one of these categories. So you need to have a government related nutrition job. You need to research a business related nutrition job, a media related nutrition job, an educational related nutrition job, and a healthcare related nutrition job. You have some more careers down here at the bottom as well, because altogether, remember, you're going to have 10 that you research. Okay, now that sounds like a lot, but keep in mind each slide, you're going to put all 8 items that you see here on a slide. So if I choose to talk about, let's say being a baker, then I'm going to research a baker, and I'm going to have the title on a slide. And on that same slide, I'm going to tell you how much a baker makes, what's the salary, what kind of education is required to be a baker, what are some of the job duties, at least 4 job duties, what's the work schedule of a baker, what is the work environment like, any important qualities that you need to have in order to be a baker, and the job outlook to be a baker. So all 8 things is going to be on one slide. So therefore, I'm going to have 10 slides about, 10 different careers, 1 career per slide. And then I'm going to have my title slide. So that's going to be a total of 11 slides for this careers in food and nutrition assignment. Please do not make each one of these 8 items a different slide, because that means you will have 8 times 10, you'll have 80 slides. That's way too many slides. So please put everything on one slide per career. So you should have at least 11 slides. And then if there's a requirement for a works cited slide, make sure you include that as well. Let us know where you got your information. All right, so don't forget to check out the sidebar. It has information and links to websites that you may need. And of course, whenever you get ready to turn this in, click on the modules tab, locate the name of the module, scroll down to the assignment careers in food and nutrition. All right, and that is where you're going to submit your work. Next up, let's take a look at the meal plan project, okay? So this project has 2 parts, as you can see here. You have part 1, which is the meal plan, and part 2, which is your grocery list. Let's take a look at the meal plan first. It tells you to download a weekly meal plan calendar template. Now, you can find this on the internet by just searching for it, or you can find these templates within Excel and within Word. So find you a weekly meal plan calendar template. That means it looks like a calendar, right? And you're going to create a weekly meal plan for the client below. So let's take a look specifically at who you are creating this meal plan for. It says create a weekly meal plan for one potential client. Now this is a 7-day meal plan. Okay, you're going to use 7 days on your calendar. Create a weekly meal plan for a male or female client. So the sex and age of the client is going to correspond with your sex and your age. So if you are a 17-year-old male, that is your client as well. Okay, so you're going to make a meal plan for essentially you, right? Remember to indicate the sex and age of the client on your meal plan. So make sure you have that somewhere on the meal plan. And then the meal plan should be balanced and in accordance to recommended guidelines. So based on your age and sex and the recommendations about what, should be eaten at your age, you need to make sure that you are creating a balanced meal plan according to those guidelines. You're going to include breakfast, lunch, and dinner in this weekly meal plan, this 7-day meal plan. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for each day. Okay. Let's take a look at part 2, the grocery list. After you've created this 7-day meal plan, you need to decide what you would have to buy at the grocery store. So you're going to make a grocery list. So you need a grocery template. Now here's the key here. Make sure that your template has sections for each food group. All right, because when you are planning out your grocery list, I want you to make sure that you are writing down these items under the correct food group. Now, to find a template, you can search Google for grocery lists by food groups. And you can also go to myplate.gov if you want to. Now, myplate.gov has a template for a grocery list, and they have the meal plan template as well. So you can go to this website and search for these if you would prefer to use these. All right, but you can use any template you want as long as it has the required information on it, right? Okay, so you're going to create a grocery list of items needed for the week. So once you find this template, you need to go under each category, dairy category, vegetable category, and so forth. And you need to list what you need. I need you to list the item and the quantity. So if you need 3 tomatoes, then you need to make sure you put, 3 tomatoes, or put a 3 in parentheses. Okay. All right, it says submit the meal plan and the grocery list when you're done. So make sure you submit both of these items to the Dropbox. And again, if you want to find templates, these 2 templates right here are perfect. And this is located on the myplate.gov website. To turn in your work, you're going to select the modules tab for this particular module, for this particular module, and then you're going to scroll down and click on the meal plan project, and you can attach your work from there. Okay. Now we are on the last module, so keep in mind this is the last food journal project that you're going to have to do, but you're going to need to open up the handout and go to module 10, food and nutrition careers. You're going to have to read through those questions, those discussion questions, and respond to them. Make sure you are writing enough sentences for each question. It's always a good idea to write 3 complete sentences, and just make sure those sentences are very thorough and they're not, quick and easy sentences, right? You are going to have to turn in your food journal project to the Dropbox at this point. We are, nearing the end, and it's time to turn in your food journal. Please go back and look over all of the modules and make sure your answers are sufficient. Again, it's a good idea to have 3 or 4 sentences for each one of these questions, unless it tells you to write more. Also, it's a good idea to answer in a different color other than black. So go over and review those things before you submit to the Dropbox. Next up, we have the Food and Nutrition Careers quiz. And just like all the other quizzes, you guys are going to get 10 multiple choice questions. You're going to have 35 minutes to take the quiz. Remember, you cannot start and stop the quiz, so you need to make sure you have enough time to finish it before you press start. Review over the content and the assignments and the discussions before you take the test. Okay, that's going to help to hopefully make sure that you do well on the test. To locate this, you're going to select the Modules tab, scroll down to the module that you're on, and locate your Food and Nutrition Careers test and begin your test. Don't forget about the new checklist that has been included within Canvas this year. And this is going to help you keep track of your assignments. So if you are not already using it, please make sure you select that Home tab, select the the Class Resources, and then you'll be able to see your checklist. Okay, this is the checklist that you're going to need to check off when you completed each assignment and what the due date is. It's going to be very helpful to you guys. It also shows you what assignments you do not have to complete, and again, that's going to be helpful. So if you haven't grabbed that checklist, please make sure you go and do that. Don't forget about your rubrics. Don't forget about your handouts and other resources and links that you have in the sidebar. Your rubrics are important because it's going to ensure that you receive full credit for your work. So please make sure that everything that you need that's on the rubric is complete. All right, guys, that's it. That is the end of this video tutorial. I hope this information helped you understand what you need to do for each one of these assignments. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.